Oh, hey everybody. I am at Saddle Mountain. That'd be it right there in front of us here. Got the Jeep here, got the top off. I am 50 miles west of Phoenix off Highway 10. You might be able to see traffic on Highway 10 out there. This is BLM land. We just got off the road far enough to take a break and walk around. I'm out here looking for fire agate, which one thing I know I'll find is lots and lots of agate. So I'll be picking up all kinds of rocks out here, and that's the whole trip, to find some good quality fire agate. No matter where I look, there's agates, little, big. I've only been here a few minutes, but I've seen a ton. Here's a little bit of what we're looking for. It's got the little red in it. What I want is bigger pieces with lots of red. So I will keep that because that's the first piece with red in it. I have to get my rock bag out, which I finally replaced my old rock bag and bought a new one. The holes were becoming too big, becoming an issue. But yeah, me and the boy, we're out here for, well, as long as we need to be out here. I'm hoping to find some pretty good specimens. I don't know what's going on from right here where I stopped, but the flies are horrible. The minute I stopped, they just started swarming us. So hopefully that's not an issue the whole time we're here. I hate flies. Flies and mosquitoes. I could live without them, for sure. I know they have their place in the ecosystem, but dang, not a place in mine. But yeah, I just figured this is our first stop, give you a look around. I know I haven't been posting a lot of videos. Just kind of been, you know, taking a break. But today, figured I'd bust out the camera because this is going to be fun. I drove in about 10 miles that direction, back roads. Otherwise, I'd had to go down Highway 10, clear to Tonopah, then come back to this area. That just didn't make sense to me. Google says fastest route, but I don't care about fastest route. I just want to get there. It's beautiful out here. We'll do some venturing around, and like I said, right now we're just on a break so the dog can stretch his legs, I can stretch mine. We're at a 3-hour drive, so it's a bit of a time. We stopped at Quartzsite, visited some friends at the LTVA in Quartzsite in La Posa South. Stayed there for a little while visiting, and that was a good break. So this is our second break. Yeah, I've never been here before, so this is all new country to me. The road's right here going by. I know it goes out that way. I got a couple pins out here that I want to use to look for stuff, but there's no reason I can't stop and look along the way. So onward. You know, I'm just kind of cruising along at what, 3 miles an hour, and for some reason my Jeep likes to say vehicle's not in park. Considering I'm moving down the road, I'm pretty sure it's not in park. I might be able to tell over that way. There's a huge solar field they're working on. I drove through part of it to get here, but man, just massive from this angle. I doubt the GoPro is going to give it a good view, but I don't know, I'd say about 15 miles of land they're working on. Not all of it's done for sure. Enjoying the landscape though. I did stop one other time, got out, and I thought I saw something, but I didn't. But basically I'm just going along. I'm in 4-wheel low, second gear, 3 miles an hour, just looking out the door. That's basically what I'm doing. That and enjoying the absolute view of the hills. A lot of green, a lot more green than you expect in a desert. Lots of grass. Been kind of fun. I still got 2 miles to my destination, the first pin that I put on the map. Oh, that's cool looking. That is cool looking. That big old flat face on that rock right there. It was easier to tell where I was further away than now that I'm in the hills. But yeah, I gotta go down this road another 2 miles, and that's my first pin. But I can look out here and I can see chalcedony everywhere. Okay, not so much right here. Every time I stop, the flies just swarm us. So I'm hoping I find a place there's no flies. Otherwise, I'm not staying the night here. Onward. Well, sometimes you just gotta love Google. This is the road here. I can see it on the other side. But yeah, isn't that nice? Looks like it goes down into there and out that way. But I'm by myself. There's no way I'm going to take a chance, even though I could probably get down there and back out, no problem. But I am alone, so that's not going to be an option. And I got another mile that direction to go. Not good. So I got to backtrack. I'm going to go back down through the gate I went through, back down, and there's a road down below me here, I know, and see if I can get back up where I want to go. Where I want to go is we're on the west side of the hills here. I want to be on the south side. I was kind of hoping this would take me there, which it probably would, but dang, I'd be scraping bottom easy. I may not look it in the camera, but it's pretty steep right here. Yeah, like I said, I can see the road on the other side. So it goes down here, probably turns somewhere down there and goes up. Lots of tire tracks. Lots of burn marks on rocks where people had been spinning their tires. Which, like I said, I'm by myself. I don't want to do that. So, yeah, I'll head back, and unless I find a road to the left somewhere up here, it can get me around this little wash. I'll have to go all the way back. Darn it. Oh well, I'm gonna walk around this area and look for some rocks anyway. So we'll see how it goes. Well, I backtracked as far as I could, took a bunch of left-hand turns, trying to go around the west side and south, but flood management areas, no trespassing, a bunch of that. So here I am back in the BLM area, this is the camping area, which you can see there's a few campers. And there's a nice spot right up there. According to my Onyx off-road, this keeps going up through this canyon, but hasn't been used in a long time, so I'm not gonna abuse it. Beautiful spot. Right here under Saddle Mountain. I don't know if we'll stay here. I found a few rocks on our stops. I'll probably go walking through this little hillside here looking for some. Hopefully find actual good fire agate. That's my preference. But I'll take some good chalcedony and stuff like that. We'll find what we find. But yeah, I think this is going to be camp for the night. And if I don't have much luck, I'll head back to Quartzsite and spend some time with some friends. Beautiful view. I mean, you can see all the solar panels there, all the solar panels out in there, and of course Highway 10 just on the other side of them. So we're just south of Highway 10, like I said, 50 miles east of Phoenix, or 50 miles west of Phoenix. And this is Saddle Mountain BLM camping area, 14-day limit, which doesn't affect me. I'm only staying a night, but beautiful out. Gonna enjoy. Well, it's the next day. Been much driving. I'm just trying to find my way. There's Saddle Mountain. I'm trying to do is get to the south side of this dang thing, and I'm having the worst kind of luck. I'm using Google Maps. I'm using Onyx Off-Road. Out here there's no signal, but I'm just following these dang trails. I have stopped in a few spots and collected up a few cool rocks. Kind of cool. But here's a tank. Not much water in it, but no bees. And I have seen beehives on the trip out here, but yeah, kind of shocked there's no bees here drinking water. I mean, we are out in the middle of the desert. Yeah, I just decided to take a break, stop, look around. Not a bad spot. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to get over there. It's about 20 miles from here, but I'm having a hard time finding a road that goes that way. Yesterday, I spent all day yesterday just running roads. Didn't find a way around the other side. So I figured today I'd come over on this side and give it a shot. Yeah, not bad so far. Just kind of kicking it and moving along. Like I said, I did stop in a few spots and collected up some chalcedony, agates and stuff like that, which I'll show all the rocks at the end once I get them home and cleaned up. Beautiful out here though, just stunning. A lot greener than most of the areas I go in the desert. Obviously there's a wash that goes through right here, which I got to cross. That's on my way, but even outside of that, it's green. And you got the swallows every so often out here, quite a bit of them. I'm just hoping I can get to where I want to go. I've been, you know, I got today to find where I'm going, and hopefully I get there. If not, I am quite happy with the rocks I have collected so far, and it's been an adventure. Just beautiful. Saddle Mountain, you can't see the saddle from this side, which is kind of impressive, but pretty big rock sticks out of pretty much nothing. There's, you know, the hills here and here, but that's, you know, that's what they call Saddle Mountain. And it's this is all Bureau of Land Management, so you can camp anywhere you want out here, which is nice. There are a couple places with state trust land. Hopefully they're marked, because I don't want to be picking rocks out of those without a permit. But we'll see. Let the big dog run himself out and get back in the Jeep, or I'll make him run behind the Jeep, however he likes it. All right, this is kind of cool. Look at this ridge rock formation that runs, pull forward here. It runs right up the hillside. Sorry about the bumping, but I don't see that very often. It's like a, I don't know how to describe this. It's like a volcanic vein. And you look this way and there's nothing. And you can see here, this is my trail. Not much so far, so I know I'm headed south, but yeah, I thought this ridge thing was kind of cool. That swirl over there, it's ancient, beautiful. Yeah, on down the road. Road hasn't been bad, bumpy desert road, but not bad. We'll keep going. Thing that never fails, out in the middle of nowhere, and you find cows. I don't know if you can pick them through the bushes, but I can see them running along. There they are. They're tagged. Man, scrawny little cows. Kind of cool. I mean, I've crossed, I don't know how many cattle gates, but how in the heck do they wrangle these guys? And they're slim. I mean, all of them showing ribs. And they don't like me being here. Go figure. Well, another impasse here. I'm trying to head over to that way. I mean, you can actually see the saddle in Saddle Mountain now. But the road I've been following turns and goes back out. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Without cell service, and I made the mistake of not downloading the map for this area. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I will say that lots of chalcedony here. Beautiful pieces. I mean, lots of it. So I'll probably do some rock hounding in this area. I mean, some beautiful pieces. Not the fire agate I'm looking for, but anybody that's hunted fire agate knows it's a very rare find. As far as finding rocks go, it's easier to find diamonds. But I do like chalcedony, especially pieces like that. Oh, that's gonna be nice when it's cleaned up. So yeah, I'm gonna be hunting in this area. We're gonna have lunch and take a break. This road just turned right there. So what I'm gonna do is probably go back that way and see if it goes south, and still try to find my way to my pen. Well, I've spent the last 4 hours just to end up right here in the same wash. I'm just on the other side of it now. I can make it down this hill. Not a problem. But I'm not sure I can make it up the other side over there. Well, it's evening time. Oh, sorry about the bumps. Look at this. All right, let me stop. That's the backside of Saddle Mountain. I'm on the south side. I actually got to go where I wanted to. It's 5 o'clock in the evening. Sun sets very, very, very soon. So I'm gonna try to get out of here. But my God, what a beautiful sight. Well, I'm back from my trip. These are the rocks I collected up. A pretty good pile. A little bit of fire agate, not a whole lot. I didn't get that much lucky, but there's some pretty nice pieces in here. Some are just different. Lots of botryoidal, chalcedony. Got some blues, which are kind of cool. But yeah, I got to clean them up. They got a crust on the bottom of almost every rock, so, and it doesn't come off easy. I've had them soaking. I got a few pieces cleaned up all right. But yeah, some good colors. I'd say a pretty successful trip. I'll be able to use some of these for sure. See what they look like when they get cut. But you don't know until then. But yeah, some of them got some pretty good color. A little bit of banding here and there on some of them. But yeah, not bad. Get a little look of it in the sunlight. One of the, I'll get it out of the shadow there. One of the nicer pieces. Not huge or anything, but it does have a little bit of banding to it. I got This one here is gonna be pretty cool when I get it all cleaned up. Got the little bit of banding to it and the red. So red's pretty cool. Very interesting rocks. The Saddle Mountain area it was entertaining for sure. Definitely want 4-wheel drive to get around most spots out there. But yeah, pretty good pile of rocks for just a couple days of fun.